today I'm going to show you guys how to roast your own coffee. And I like to roast my own because most of the coffee that is roasted is typically over roasted in my opinion, and it's got a high, like an acid content, and it just, I don't know, just after drinking a few cups, it just, my body feels like it's just been drinking acid. So I roast my own. What I use the New Wave here. This is a New Wave oven. There you can buy them online, and they're about $150 or $200. It's a convection oven basically. You can use a regular oven, a conventional oven. You can use that and roast them in like a glass, you know, like a Pyrex, or oven safe Pyrex container. So what I do is with this New Wave, and just kind of take it off. You're gonna have to come in here and show me. See, yeah. This is the control panel for the New Wave here. It's got your cook time. You can set your cook time. You can change the temperature too. I don't know how to do that. I just cook everything on high, and it works great for me. We also have a coffee grinder, because once you roast your coffee, you're going to want to grind it. And this is just like a little, this is Mr. Coffee. It's a, you can buy a Black & Decker one. It's the exact same one. It's probably one of the better coffee grinders that I've found. In fact, it's the only worthwhile coffee grinder that I found. All the other ones just don't perform that well. It holds your coffee up here, and it's got blades and stuff, and it just grinds it. It's actually what's called a burr mill, B-U-R-R-M-I-L-L, which is better. They've got some coffee grinders that are like blenders. You get the blender? And the blender ones have blades, like a blender. Here, they show you the blades, like that down there. You see that blade? There's like 4 blades, or well, I stick my hand there, you can't see it, but there's blades in the bottom of the blender. And those do not work well. I don't like them. I wouldn't recommend any coffee grinder, chopper, whatever with a blade. The burr mill actually has like a section about this high, and it's cylindrical, and it's got little teeth on the outside, little kind of actually grooves, little angled grooves going all around it, and then there's like a centerpiece, and they go down in there and they actually grind the center cylinder against the outer cylinder, and it does a great job. It's just the only one that I would buy. These things are about as noisy as you'll ever have a machine in your kitchen. I don't think there's any more noisy machine than the coffee grinder. It only runs for 18 seconds. There's a little timer down here, you can see it, and the maximum time is 18 seconds. And the reason it does that, because this motor will get hot. Now I actually grind it for 18 seconds, and it won't grind the entire top cylinder in 18 seconds, but it'll grind some of it, and then I just push a button and restart it. You can hear it there, which is a little noisy. Wait till you get coffee in it and starts grinding those things up. And then it's got a little thing here that holds the coffee in it. The top pops off, and then you dump it into whatever storage receptacle you want to have. It's got a little brush here that you can, got a brush on the end and a little spoon scooper to scoop coffee. Snaps in there. It's all nice little unit, just inexpensive, 20-30 bucks, and you're good to go. The New Wave, I bought mine actually on Craigslist. I got it for 50 bucks. People buy these things and they don't use them, and you can get brand new ones. You know, these are $150, $200 units, and you can get them for 50 bucks. That's what I paid for mine. So it works really good. Okay, so what you do, you open it up. This is how it opens up. In here there's a heating element and a fan. This is actually the convection oven part. It's got a little holder over here on the side where you can take your lid and just kind of lean it over there and have it set there. It comes with this tray. This is again for cooking food and stuff. I take that completely out. It's got a metal pan on the bottom. It's like a drip pan for, you know, whatever you're cooking. The juices and stuff will drip in here. But this is where I put my coffee beans. The other thing you have to do is you have to buy some coffee beans. This is 25 pounds of Peruvian organic. It's fair trade or organic. I buy mine at a place online called Java Beans Plus. And they got the best prices. You can buy them any other place and you'll probably pay double the price. These were roughly $4 per pound. So that's about what you pay for coffee in a, well, like if you just go to Walmart, you buy this here, it's about $8 or so. And it's 32 ounces, 2 pounds. This is a medium roast, and I just use this container here to store my coffee in after I grind it. You can see mine's not quite as dark brown as the others that you'll buy. The more you roast it, the less caffeine you'll have in it. Roasting destroys the caffeine. And so I like caffeine, and I don't like that acid type taste, and so I roast my own. So what I do, I get a bowl, just a regular glass bowl, scoop up a mess of these beans here. Also, never try to grind a green coffee bean. Green coffee beans are as hard as granite, and I'm not kidding you. You put them in a coffee grinder and it will destroy it. These things, do not try to chew one, do not try to do anything with this other than roast them. So I put about 2 scoops in here. It's about 1 inch deep, roughly. Let's flatten it out, smooth it out like that, and like that. And then I just put the lid on here. I'll set the timer. Over here, there's a pause button right there, and you press that. And then the timer is 60 minutes. Oh wait, you got a cook time. Then 60, that's the minutes over here. I don't know if you can see it. And then I just press start. That's on high heat. And then I just let it cook for 60 minutes. When that's done, I will start to stir it up. I'll stir it up and get the, because the bottom ones don't roast as much as the top does. You know, the top is getting exposed to the majority of the heat. So you have to stir it. You have to do it for a couple hours. It takes about 2 hours. But it's so simple. You just start it and you walk away. You do whatever else you want to do. Timer goes off. You come back. I use this fork. I just kind of stir it around, kind of scoop around the outside, you know, get the bottom beans back to the top. Start it for 1 more hour, walk away, come back. And you just keep doing that until it's the color of roast that you want. Okay, so we'll be back in an hour, and I'll show you what the beans look like. I'll show you how I stir them, and then we'll roast them for 1 more hour, and then after that we will grind them. And you'll see how to grind them and see how all that works out and the color of the roast. So I'll be back. Thanks. Alright, well, we've roasted the coffee beans for 1 hour. This is just the first stage of roasting, and they're ready to stir. And as you can see, the beans have gone from a, and I don't know how well you can see that, but they've gone from like a green color to more of a brown color. And I'll show you basically the color of the beans before this. This is the color that they were, and this is the color that they are now. So that's not roasted, that's not ready to grind yet. We want to roast them darker. But if you look underneath here, you'll see that the bottom ones, you see as I flip them up, you see these have got a lot of lighter color ones that weren't roasted, because they're down underneath there. So I just kind of stir it around, get them away from the edges. I'm kind of making a mess here, dropping them on the cabinet. They are a little bit hot, so they're kind of like anything that you cook in the oven and stuff. You can feel the heat come off of these things. So I stir them around and get them mixed up real good, and just kind of get it so that it's going to roast those ones at the lower levels, and it will pat these down. Again, they are a little hot, so be careful. Don't burn your hand. You know, don't leave your hand on them too long. But so you can see it's kind of a mixture now. Before they were more brown. Now they're quite a mixture of the green plus some of the ones that have been roasted. So there's another one got away. Throw that in there. So I'll put this one on here for another hour. I gotta hit pause, and then you hit cook time, and then 60 minutes, and then start. And there it goes. Okay, so we'll be back in another hour, and you'll see how they look. And you know, you just keep doing them roughly an hour at a time. You might could do it for 2 hours, I don't know, or 90 minutes, hour and a half. You know, it probably could have stood that first time to have been longer, but I don't want to over roast the top ones and then under roast the bottom ones. I'm trying to get them all kind of like a consistent roast. There will be variances because there's just no way to do it exactly uniformly. But you'll find out that once it's all done, you'll wind up with a great cup of coffee. I'll be back. Alright, we just finished the second hour of roasting, and as you can see, they're getting darker, but still we got quite a few light ones. See right here, you got this one, that one, so we'll stir them up one more time. And again, I actually put probably a few more in here than I normally put, so it's a little thicker. The more you put, the more time it's going to take to roast them. And I'll just stir these things up and toss them in for one more hour, maybe even an hour and a half. These look like they're, you could use just a little extra roasting here to get them to a brown. You can see some of these here, like this one. This one on the end, that's kind of looking more like a regular roasted coffee bean might look. Even though it looks like that, it's probably not near as roasted as what you would get in a just like even like a medium roast. They get pretty dark, and I mean pretty much. I would say you get a lot of charcoal in them. They're roasted so heavily, and again, that's why I like to roast my own. I don't like that kind of a charcoal taste where you kind of just roasted all of the caffeine out of them, and you know, that's like that milder flavor. So put this back on here, stir it around pretty good, I think, and we'll roast them for another hour here. So hit pause. That actually clears the old time. Then cook time, and then 6. Oh, this is not cracked here. I know you can't hardly see the 6. That's a scratch. I've still got the shipping plastic on this, so it's just kind of a scratch there. And then there it goes. 60 more minutes. So it'll be about 3 hours. Roasting these, and hopefully the next time it'll be done, and then we can start grinding. So we'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Alrighty, we finally got the beans to cool down. They're ready to go in, so we just toss them in this tray here. I'm just kind of going to pour them out of this bowl into the coffee grinder. It's kind of pour them everywhere, but it's easy to just pick up a few and toss them back in here. We got them all. Alrighty. So now you're going to get to hear how much noise this thing makes, and you're going to see the color too of the coffee down here as it comes out, and that'll kind of give you the real indication of how much of a roast this is. And again, this is 18 seconds. I'm going to start this, and it's going to make so much noise that I'm going to stop the video, and then we'll come back with the and show you the coffee in here, and the color and the roast. So here goes. Okay, we'll grind most of this container, and then we'll be right back. Okay, what we've done is we let it run for 18 seconds, and basically what it does, it fills about half of this container up. You can see kind of the color of the roast in there. I think it's kind of a darkish brown. I'll pour it in this glass here, and you can see it. So anyway, this is roughly the color of the roast here. To you, it might look a little lighter. I'm looking in the camera while I'm looking at this, and the camera makes it look a little more goldish, but in reality it's a little bit darker than what you're seeing in the camera. Then you just put that in your coffee maker. We just have a Black & Decker coffee maker right there, and that's what we use, and we'll just brew it up and see how it tastes. So we'll do that, and then we'll get back to you. So far so good. We'll see you in a little bit. Hi there. Okay, we're back. We've brewed some coffee, and we're going to do a taste test now. So let's see. If you notice, the coffee is a little bit lighter. It's like a very dark tea, actually, because again, I didn't roast it that heavily. I prefer not to because of the bitterness and the acidic kind of a taste. So I'm going to do a taste test here and see. It should be a little more mellow. It shouldn't be as bitter, and it shouldn't be as acidic. That's nice. I like it. So you can roast yours any way you want. Very dark, very light, in the middle, wherever you like. Just experiment with it and try and see what works for you. So enjoy your coffee. Bye for now.